What's up, my brothers and my sisters from another mister? So today we're going to do a comic book review of King Spawn, issue number 25. This is Spawn's epic showdown with his worst nightmare. Brought to you by Rated Comics. Let's get to it. So before we get into the issue, previously in King Spawn, the Exodus Foundation's secret laboratory has been shut down by Spawn. Unfortunately, a visit by Clown means Owl's problems are just starting. And before we go any further into the content, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy, Thomas Bridges Talik84. He's been a long time supporter of us on Whatnot. When we started Whatnot, we haven't been doing Whatnot for a while, but give us a follow on Whatnot. In about a month or two, we will get back to it. And also, if you shoot us a DM and you got some drip and you're a top G supporter of the Rated Comics YouTube channel, which all of you are by liking and subscribing to this channel, hey, you know what? You guys deserve a shout out too. So this is our thanks to you. Now let's get back into the content. So as Spawn and Clown do each other a stare down, Clown is like, come on, you're not just gonna stare me down, are you? Surely you've got something to say. Well, Spawn does, but Spawn's not willing to give this mortal enemy a single word of his acknowledgement. He'll engage when he's ready. So the two of them have gone through all this already. And this is going back to Spawn issue number 343. Spawn was disinterested before, and he's disinterested now. And what this is pertaining to is Clown wants the throne of hell, but Calicioso in the previous issues is in hell, and he's claiming that throne, or he wants to claim that throne. But before he can claim that throne, he has to make allies and start a whole war, and it's all out. But before Clown can claim that throne, Clown wants it for himself. So Clown tells Spawn, we're wasting time here. Every second we're on Earth, Calicioso is another step closer to Hell's throne. And Spawn just continues to stare him down like, I don't give a damn. So Clown's like, okay, I need to incentivize you, so I guess I'm gonna have to try a different tack on you. Your friends over there, tell them to leave. And Spawn just looks at him like, I'm staring you down some more, bro. So Clown tells him, okay, they'll be the first ones I hurt. That's a promise, not a threat. The first to react is Yoku with guttural noises filling the night air. And then she tells Clown, I'll serve no one. And Twitch is like, Terry, you gotta control her. So Cyan is the one that reacts second. Say the word, Al, we've got your back. And Clown is like, come on now, this can't be your vaunted army you've been putting together, is it? Cagliostro, you understand, will slaughter them the moment he lays eyes on them. I don't give a shit what happens to them, but you might. So your next move is on you, Simmons, says Clown. So Yoku charges forward and Clown's like, let me give you a little push. And so with a casual gesture of his hand, Clown engulfs them all in a cocoon of ionic shockwaves, paralyzing each of them while vibrating their bodies so they feel like they're about to explode, blanketing them in a searing, blinding light. They just can't take it no more. They're in pain, and Clown's enjoying it. I know how much you despise the light, Simmons, how much it hurts. That seed of vampire blood that's in you will be your downfall someday, but for now, I'll make someone else my example. So Clown locks his eyes on Yoku as he increases her vibrational frequency higher and higher, and her nose is starting to bleed until she literally explodes and splats all over the place. And Cyan could just be like, yo man, she's splatting worse than diarrhea on a Sunday. But anyways, now tell your ducks to get the fuck out the way. Yoku was half dead already, says Clown. The next one will be a fully human, so don't mess with me. That's what happens when you mess around to find out, right? So Spawn knows he has no choice but to follow Clown's orders. He tells them all to go. Unable to process what they've all just witnessed, they all walk away in shock. So Twitch just tells them like, what, we can't just leave him here? That's it, we just go? Yes, says Terry. They'll be long gone by the time you go back there anyway. Now be good cops and nail Exodus to the cross. Well, what about you two, says Sam. We'll be fine, says Terry. And Sam hands Cyan a gun and he tosses it to her, but she's confused as to why does Sam think I need a gun? So Terry tells Cyan, take my hand, we're getting you out of here. And Cyan's like, I can't, but I'm not leaving Al back there. I can't do it. And Terry's like, we don't have a choice. Al and Clown travel in the shadows. They can go anywhere and we can't keep up with that. And Cyan's like, he killed my best friend. Clown killed Yoku. I don't care where he goes. So Terry tells Cyan, I'm with you, but I promise, Al has a plan. It's why he sent us away. If he needed help, he would have let us know that he needed help to deal with the Clown. I know where to find some others who are helping Clown. We can squeeze them for info. And they're all human. And Cyan has that smirk in her face like, aw crap, it's about to go down. Let's go, let it go, let it do. So back to where the real party's at, and we see Yoku splashes all over the floor. Clown tells Spawn it seems like you've been needing more help and more help these days. That's not the big tough guy Al Simmons I used to know. You used to always like to fly solo. What happened? Did things change? Though it's curious why you haven't bothered to ask about my newly reformed transformation. Why I'm not that dwarfish pain in the ass like I used to be, and that's that pain in the ass I used to like to torture you. And Spawn gets up and it's like, it's because I just don't give a damn. Clown will always be one thing to Spawn, and only one thing, and that is it. And that's the person who murdered his wife, as Spawn does nothing but sees red at this point. The sight of Clown brings out the worst in him. Kind of like Starbucks pickup line when I do a mobile app order on a Monday morning. It brings out the worst in me. I'm joking around. But jokes aside, nothing else matters to Spawn. Until he avenges her death, he'll never breathe peacefully again. Instead, he'll be filled with that hatred so focused that very little else will matter. And the worst part is, Al knows he's better than that. That humanity needs his actions to be calm, calculating, and decisive. With so many warriors of heaven and hell strewn across the globe, the world needs Spawn to protect billions of souls, not just the one closest to his heart. But right now, he is failing in that task as he throws his full arsenal of his symbiote at his most despised enemy. Chains, razor tip, cape, spikes, like a hurricane, they attack. Clown, though, seems unfettered by it. In fact, he's almost calm. And Clown's like, you think my changes are merely physical? That mistake could get you hurt one day. I mean, real bad. Who you think invented your costume? Al says. Clown, it was me. I was there at the start. So was Cog. That's why I'm telling you that he can't reach the throne first. So, and then Clown pulls it back and lets him know what kind of power he's made of. Take your hate from me and churn it off. So Clown tells you could come back from me after we stop Cagliostro, because you're not the only one that controls your symbiote, Spawn. So Clown's powers, like some kind of ancient mummy, Spawn's body is tightly wrapped by his own cape, then reinforced by his own chains. And Clown's like, I could suffocate you right now, but then you wouldn't be much use to me. Boom! I still need you to return us back to hell. And this is just one of those like threatening punches, like I'm gonna put you back in line, alright? You see, you want me on that throne, Simmons, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't care about Earth. But Cogs, he wants to dominate your planet. He wants to rule it. But suddenly, from behind, a voice comes in. Like I said, I don't give a shit. I only care about one thing. That's to see you suffer. As he puts his necroplasmic energy around Clown, Clown goes to the ground. Like Wanda suffered, I want to see you suffer too, says Al. As he utters her name, a trigger releases inside of him, unleashing a fury that's been bottled up for far too long. Now, those emotions have their target to focus on, and Spawn just goes to work on him. Haymaker after haymaker after haymaker after haymaker. Yo, if you watch King Spawn issue number 3, this is exactly what he did to Billy Kincaid, where he just beat him up to like Billy Kincaid pudding and sludge. But Clown, he's a lot tougher than that with his recent transformation, which was explained in, I believe, Gunslinger Spawn 4, 5, or 6, which we did cover that on this channel. So like a tired boxer, Spawn tries to rally more stamina. So does his opponent. Oh, the throne. It'll augment his power, says Clown. Do you get that? Cog will be near invincible. He'll use that to lord over your planet. So Spawn gets up like, so I should just let you sit on the throne instead? That's some bullshit. Yes, says Clown, because believe it or not, I've got more enemies I hate more than you, and none of them live on this planet. The traitors in hell, I'll be busy wiping them out for decades. Earth, it's nothing to me, says Clown. So Clown gives Spawn an ultimatum. You're going to have to choose who's a bigger danger to those you care about. Is it me or is it Cog? Because if it's Clown, he doesn't give a damn about Earth, but if it's Cog, Cog is going to be more powerful or more imminent, and definitely damn near invincible. So yes, if I get the throne's power in time, I'll be back for you, says Clown. We're not done here, but you know what? That could be decades from now. Cog will be way more immediate. For me, it'll be decades from now. So you'll have time to prepare for that. Right now though, Cog is your more imminent threat. Spawn goes face to face to Clown in a power move and tells him, I owe you nothing. You're on your own, as he walks away and disappears into the shadow. Because Clown, you just can't trust him, but at the same time, should Spawn trust Clown? Given the scenario, given the context here, what do you guys think below? Comment below, let me know. What do you guys think of the comic book? Also, link in description if you wish to add this comic book and or or some of our other Rated Comics exclusives to your comic book collection. Support the art, support the industry. Lastly, this review is sponsored by coffee, so if you'd like to buy your boy a cup of coffee, link in description or donate to the Super Thanks. But the greatest compliment you guys can do is by liking this video and subscribing to Rated Comics YouTube channel. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.